I am making this video so you are not put in a situation like this woman unfortunately has been for the last 3 years from working with a national builder. This is a cautionary tale for those of you who are looking at new construction down here on the west coast of Florida. And I'm not making this video to scare you. I'm doing it to educate you and show you how you can make sure that this does not happen to you. Let's get into the video. This video was done by Tampa Bay 28. It's an investigative piece where unfortunately they're working with a woman whose home had some major issues after closing. And well, let me just show you the video. Let's get right into it.
So this is Sweet Home.
This is the mess.
We first visited Jessica Perez's new construction home in August of 2023, 3 months after she bought it.
This house should have never closed in this condition.
Did you guys hear what she just said? She said this home should have never closed in this condition. Now, this can be a big problem for a lot of first-time home buyers or even buyers who just feel pressured from working with the builder. They get to their close to closing, they go through the walkthrough, and they see a lot of issues in the home. And I'm not talking cosmetic issues, but maybe sometimes some serious structural issues or some warning signs that maybe they found on their inspection or on their own. And the builder promised them that there's going to be fixed after closing. That is a big cautionary tale right there. Guys, I worked for the builder for 7 years, 6 in sales and 1 in operations. When I worked in operations, I actually oversaw the construction team and the quality in every home. I was the last stop before the home got signed off internally to the customer. Now, the builder I was working for then cared a whole lot about the quality and the care for their customers. And so 1,000 out of 1,000 times that home was ready to go. And if something was wrong, we would fix it. Now, that's not like every builder out there, unfortunately. Not everyone has a great ethos, right? Sometimes these public builders, they're forced and more enticed and motivated by hitting their quarterly numbers, their monthly closings, and they look at you more like a number than an actual person. That's not to say all divisions of these companies do that. That's not to say the people working for these companies don't care about you. Overall, these companies do want you to have a good experience, but there are edge cases like this where it's really important to have someone on your side, a realtor who knows what they're doing. Because remember, any realtor can get you to find a home and sign a contract. That's not the hard part. But when you're buying new construction, you need someone who's going to look out for you, know what to actually look for, so you don't end up like this lady who's unfortunately been dealing with this for 3 years. Let me show you what actually happened. She actually had her own engineering firm come in and kind of assess the value of the damages that were going on. And let's kind of go through. You can see what's wrong and what they actually said these damages are going to cost her if she paid for it out of her own pocket.
Deficiencies, including sagging floor systems, stress cracks, and evidence of truss failure. The report says those problems require structural remediation, not cosmetic repairs. Soon after buying the home, a structural engineer wrote in a report that it was his opinion that Hurricane Ian delayed the home's rough end, which contributed to the components being exposed to weather for a prolonged period, adding it was certainly apparent that the...
And that's a great point, right? That's why that drywall walk, pre-drywall walk is very important, because you can actually see the wood. You can see the condition of it. Listen, if there's spots all over your wood, you know, there might be situations where those trusses were left on your lawn in the rain for weeks at a time. This is all stuff that goes into play. So you need to make sure your trusses, all the wood in your home is not bowed, it's structurally intact, it doesn't have mold on it, and you need to know that before the drywall gets on, right? Because once that drywall's on, it's tough to see. Now, I will say, if you're buying a quick move-in home, that's why it's so important to have an outside third-party inspection go in on the home and really do a great job in testing all of this. But look how much this ended up costing her if she were to pay out of pocket.
Walls, roof trusses, and floor trusses had exposure, resulting in some members becoming warped/bowed. Perez says she has gone all the way to D.R. Horton's corporate headquarters to try to get her problems resolved.
I left on my birthday to go to Dallas, and I sat there because I wasn't getting any responses.
And that can happen, guys. Once you close on the home, right, you get turned over from the building team to the warranty team. And a lot of times these warranty teams can be understaffed and dealing with a lot of issues at the same time. And it's really hard for them to figure out what's most important, how to get the trades out there in a timely manner. These trades are always going to prioritize homes under construction versus homes under warranty. So it is really important before you close to make sure as much of those items that were on your list are taken care of, because after you close, you lose that leverage over the builder as well, right? Because they already have your money.
Jessica says even after speaking with the corporate vice president, there's still a dispute over what it will take to finally fix the house. Her contractor's estimate comes to $215,000.
A lot of money.
But a letter from D.R. Horton's attorney gives a much lower offer.
DR. So if you guys saw that, her engineer was saying basically $215,000 to fix the structural issues going on in the home. Now, the builder then, after she went to corporate and complained, their lawyers offered her a lump sum of $12,000 to just kind of wipe their hands clean and move forward. That is where you don't want to be put in a situation where 3 years after you're dealing with this and having to get lawyers involved, going to corporate. We want to make sure we're nipping it in the bud and not having these situations escalate like this. And again, this is an edge case. D.R. Horton does a great job in most of their communities in this area, and you don't see a lot of this. But what I can say is you need to make sure that the builder that you're working with and the construction manager you're working with are on the same page with you. Because what can happen is if the construction manager has 30, 40 homes under construction at one time, it's impossible for them to walk your home every day and make sure the trades have done the work correctly. It's not saying that they don't make their best effort to do so. It's just sometimes stuff can fall through the cracks, and you don't want that to be your problem when you get to the closing table. So that's why it's important to have a realtor who is looking out for this stuff and knows what they're looking for, right? I sold over 350 homes and oversaw the build of hundreds more at my last builder. So what does that mean? It means that I want to make sure when I'm working with you guys that you're never on Tampa Bay 28 worried about this stuff. A lot of my folks who are buying from out of state as well aren't here during the build process. That's where I can help out as well. And just understanding where to push with these builders before you actually close. Make sure we're not closing with airing big gaps going on in your home or certain issues that aren't just cosmetic. Now, listen, if there's a scratch on your cabinet door and the builder says they're going to order it and you're like, oh, I don't want to close until that cabinet door is replaced, I wouldn't worry about that kind of stuff. That cabinet door has been ordered. They're going to replace it. But major structural things that are actually going to affect your home, we need to make sure are addressed before you close on the home. And the builder's contract does pretty much put you in a pickle because they do hold a lot of power over that closing process. But there are ways to negotiate, talk with them, work with them in good faith to make sure that you guys aren't getting screwed, and you're loving your home, you're having a good experience, and 3 years after you move in, you're actually happy living there. So again, guys, if you want to work with me to make sure like that something like this never happens to you, please reach out. Let's have a 15-minute call, see what you're looking for. But I wanted to make this video just to remind you that the builder at the end of the day does not work for you. They work for themselves. They work on timelines, budgets, quarterly results, monthly results. And having your own realtor costs you nothing. They pay us the commission. And what I do for you is to make sure that not only do we negotiate the best deal, but we make sure your build process actually goes smooth. And if situations like this do arise, we actually know where to act, how to act, where to push the buttons up front so you're not, unfortunately, going on Tampa Bay 28. Thank you, guys. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Share this with someone you might think is helpful, or someone you know who's looking in Florida, is not working with a realtor yet. Let me help them out. Make sure nothing like this happens. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.